everyone. So I'm here to really quick just go over my January TBR with you. I'm pretty excited for the lineup that I have this month. I'm continuing some series. I'm starting a couple novels that I've never read before. So I'll tell you about a couple books that I'm already in the middle of, and then I'll move on to books that I haven't started yet, that I am determined to finish by the end of January. So without further ado, let's get into it. The first book that I want to mention before anything is the book that my book club is studying for the months of January and February, and that is Wicked by Gregory Maguire. We chose this because we got the most suggestions for this one. Obviously have heard of it. I've seen it around in a lot of places, but it's not one that I've ever really felt the need to pick up and read. And I think probably half the problem is I've never seen The Wizard of Oz or read the book. So that's probably why I've never really been drawn to it, because there's no reason for me to, since I've never seen the original half of this idea or this concept. So, however, I am excited to read this book now that we've chosen it. I'm really interested to see what I think about it. If you feel like you have time the next couple months, please go check out my Broken Book Club page on Goodreads. I'll put the link below for you. I would love to have you join us and be giving us your opinions and your thoughts on this novel. I know it's going to be an amazing time. Okay, the first book that I am currently reading is Eleanor Park by Rainbow Rowell, and I was so excited to pick up this book. I was sort of scanning my bookshelf, deciding what book do I want to read next, and my eyes landed on this one, and right away it was like, yes, that is the one. That is the book that I am in the mood for. I've been wanting to pick up Rainbow Rowell for months and months and months and months and months. I've never read a book by her, but I've heard so many good things about her writing. I've heard so many good things about this novel in general. I haven't gotten very far. I think I'm on page 64, so I'm not very far into it, but I am really enjoying it so far. The next novel that I am in the middle of is my Kindle read. It's The Two Towers by J.R.R. Tolkien. So the second one in the Lord of the Rings series. I completed the Fellowship of the Ring in December, and I don't know if I'll complete this in January or not, but I am currently reading it, and so therefore it's going on my January TBR, but no promises. I'm sort of trudging through it a little bit because I sort of read a whole big chunk of the Fellowship of the Ring all at once, and I think I'm sort of feeling the fantasy burnout a little bit. So I'm not going as fast on this novel so far yet that I probably should be, but I'm still really liking it. I'm still looking forward to seeing all of the characters and doing all the comparisons between the book and the movies. The next one that I'm in the middle of is my current audiobook read. That is The Time Traveler's Wife by Audrey Niffenegger. And let me tell you guys, I cannot wait to be done this novel. This doesn't happen very often, but I am really not loving this book. I'm not hating it so much that I have to stop it, but it is really, the audiobook is broken up into two different parts, and I'm halfway through the second part, and I am just ready to be done. I need to move on, and I will tell you all about that in my January wrap-up, but wow, this novel just isn't, I'm just not into it at all. So, yeah, so I'm definitely ready to move on with my life in the audiobook section, especially because my next book that I'm planning on listening to on audiobook is Snow Like Ashes by Sarah Rash. Sarah Rash by Time Traveler's Wife. Hello, Snow Like Ashes. I have been dying to read this book for a lot of different reasons. I don't really know so much about what it's about, but I am definitely drawn to sort of like the dark themes when it comes to titles. Snow Like Ashes, I am there. And I've also heard a whole lot of good things about this book. So I am dying to get into this one. We'll see how it goes, but that's one of the ones I'm most excited for, I think, for the month of January. The next novel that I am planning on reading is Midnight Over Sancta Fracks by Paul Stewart and Chris Riddell, and this is part of the Edge Chronicles. It was loaned to me by a friend of mine. When he found out that I'm an avid reader, he was like, you need to read one of my favorite series. So he brought me this one. The only thing is, I'm pretty sure he said this is the third book in the series, and I was like, okay, do I need to read them in order? He's like, no, I don't think so. Like, it would help for certain, like, understanding certain themes or like different issues, but I don't think you need to read them in order to enjoy the novel. And I was like, all right, I'll give it a try. I really like it when people recommend novels to me that I wouldn't pick up myself. And this is a book that I definitely would not look at on the shelf and pick up. And that sort of excites me, diving into new things, trying things that I wouldn't necessarily try by myself. So I am hoping that I am able to give him a good review of this book, and we'll see how it goes. It's obviously very fantasy. It doesn't seem like a very hard read. I'm guessing that it's sort of like an early youth kind of novel, but that's all right. There's lots of really good youth books that I still like as an adult. So I'm definitely willing to give this one a try. All right, and that is it for my January TBR. I'm hoping that I have some time to read some more books, but the way my life has been going, I just sort of have to make sure that my TBR list isn't too lengthy, and I can't just be too pretentious about it, thinking that I'm going to get all of these books done, when in reality, I am honestly like super busy right now. So I tried to keep it to a realistic length. I'm excited to hear about what you guys are reading in January. If you made any videos, tag me in them. I'd love to watch. If you have any thoughts or opinions on the books that I've shared today without spoiling them, just shoot me a comment down below. Look me up on Twitter. I'll put all of my information below for you. And again, if you're interested in joining our book club, please, it's a great time. I love hearing you guys' opinions and interacting with you on a more personal level. So please go over to the Broken Book Club on Goodreads and check us out. We would love to see you out there. So I think that is all I have to say. I hope you guys are having a solid day. Bye!